Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? Guess who? Miss Peggy. I heard that y'all are missing my face. So I'm sorry I hadn't been on more, but I just been lazy. I've been just taking taking it easy and just doing what I want to do. But I got a special um, video right now I want to talk about. But before, I want to tell y'all that I want to show you what I found at Wally World. Yeah, I went to Walmart and I was just looking around while I was there. And, I got nothing but time on my hands. So I go up and down every aisle looking. So I went through the clearance aisle. And, I always try to go by the clearance aisle in any store that I go to because that's where a lot of good stuff is. So, I went to that No Kings protest. Now, I know some of y'all are on the left side, some of us on the right side, but I'm not here to discuss that. I just want to show y'all something. So I did. I went to that No Kings protest. And, that protest was just because uh, we only have presidents and we elect them every 3, 4 years. And then that's the way our democracy works, and we don't have kings. So that's what that protest was about. Y'all know what the rest is about. But anyway, while I was at Wally World in the clearance aisle, look what I found. I'm so excited about this. I don't I don't even know if I'm ever gonna be able to wear it because I don't think there's gonna be another protest. But if there is, I'm going to be in this. It only takes like 3 AA batteries or AAA batteries or something. But yeah, this thing is like normally $40. And it was on the clearance aisle at 50% off. So when I got up to the register, I told the lady, I was like, this is supposed to be 50 per, 50% off and is in the clearance aisle. And I said, I can't find a price on it anywhere. And she was like, well, I'm pretty sure they were 50% off when they went to the clearance aisle. And then there's a 50% off in the clearance aisle. So it's 50% plus 50% of the clearance price. So I ended up paying $6 for this. And this is one of those, you know, if y'all watch my video, I was walking behind one of these and a bear in that parade. But anyway, Miss Peggy's got her a Dino costume. So, I might even just wear it next Halloween whenever I'm doing Halloween because I love Halloween. I might just put it on and walk around in my driveway out there just so that my neighbors can see it on a Halloween. But anyway, I was real excited about this. So, this is what I call a good deal. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here to tell y'all. Now, I've told y'all before that I rent rooms. I rent a couple of bedrooms upstairs because I don't live upstairs. I live downstairs. So that whole upstairs that I paid for when I was in my 20s or right when I was turning 30 to put a 2-story on this house so that my kids could all have a bedroom of their own and not have to share. And so that's what I did. So I rent rooms now since my kids are grown and gone. I had planned that when I built the 2-story. I even said then when I was turning 30, when my kids are grown and gone, I intend to rent rooms so I don't have to work so hard, whenever I'm in the retirement age. So that's what I did, and it's worked out great for me. And but not so much for some of the renters because I'm the boss. They're not the boss. So anyway, I got this one renter upstairs that's always, He don't go by the rules. He acts like he's kind of like mentally challenged sometimes, I think. And he's the one I had trouble with when he first moved in. He never locked the door. The one thing I tell him: when you come in, lock the door. When you go out, lock the door. It's locked when you get to the door, so leave it the way you found it. If it's locked, lock it. And the same thing with my gate. I tell them all the time: if the gate's open, leave it open. If it's shut, shut it. Leave it the way you found it. So this one renter, I think he's a little mentally challenged. I'm not sure, because I had to call his sister once because he wouldn't lock my door. No matter what I said to him, I begged and hollered and screamed and begged again, please lock the door when you leave. And it just wasn't happening. And, I don't like it unlocked. If I'm in here, I like it locked. If I'm going to the store, I like it locked. If I'm out on the back porch, I want to know my front door is locked because I'm not in the house. So, y'all are like that. You lock your door, right? It's just common thing to do. Lock your door. If I lived out in the country, I'd leave my door unlocked, absolutely. But I don't. I live in the middle of city. So anyway, this renter, the last couple of days, I went outside. I don't even know what I went out there for. Probably checked the mailbox. I went outside and I saw this long stick. This stick is almost 15 foot long. And it's about this wide, about that thick, about that wide, and it's about 15 foot long. And it's got a few nails in it. And when I'm looking at it, I'm like, it looks like the trim you put on the top of your house right underneath the shingles. This little strip that's on the edge. And my house doesn't have an overhang on the 1-story part, so it just comes up to the edge like this and drops off. So I don't have an overhang on my 1-story. But I do on my 2nd story because I requested it when I built it, put an overhang on it. But anyway, I thought the stick come off my house. So I picked the stick up and looked at it, and then I walked around the front of my house and looked down the side, and I'm looking for something that's missing, and I don't find anything. And then I noticed that the little trim boards that's up there on my house by the shingles is painted white like my trim. And I'm like, well, this board's not even painted. So I'm like, well, maybe it didn't come off my house. And I'm like, well, maybe it blew in with that storm, it blew some shingles off my house. So I was like, well, okay. And so I just kind of laid it on the railing of the ramp out there. That's for my handicap person in the shed. So I just kind of laid it up there, kind of thinking about it. And I come in the house and I'm kind of looking at it out there, thinking, wonder where that come from. Man, just driving me crazy. And so the day went on. I slept last night. That upstairs renter gets up and he always goes outside because he smokes cigarettes. So he goes outside several times a day. And when he first wakes up, he goes outside. Right before he goes to bed, he goes outside and smokes before he goes to bed. So I pretty much know his schedule. And so when he went out this morning to smoke a cigarette, I'm sitting here drinking my cappuccino in my little shell cup I got at the Dollar Tree, which I'm going to go back up there and see if I can't get the saucer that goes with it. But anyway, ooh, there's a blue jay right there sitting on my deck. It's so pretty. It's a big old blue jay, about that big. Anyway, I got ADHD. Can't keep my thoughts. But anyway, he is sitting out there this morning smoking a cigarette, and he's got the stick that I had on the railing. He got it back over there laying on the ground right where I found it. I was like, wow, that's strange. He put it right back where I found it. It's like he wanted it there. And I was like, okay, well, it must be his stick. You know, it's not my stick. I just found it in my yard. So I sat here and I asked him, I was like, hey, Richard. He goes, yeah. I was like, what are you going to do with that big stick out there? And he goes, I'm going to put it underneath my refrigerator. I said, the refrigerator in your room? And he goes, yeah. I said, that's a brand new refrigerator. It don't have any vents on the bottom. It's flat on the bottom. It's like, why would you want to put a stick under there? And he's like, well, it won't stay cool and my milk's spoiling. I was like, what do you mean your milk's spoiling? He goes, yeah, well, the refrigerator just ain't getting cool. And I think if I put a stick under it, sorry, there's some kind of, y'all see that little black spot on my finger? I could see that crawling up my phone on the side. I was like, what is that? Must be a little bitty spider or something. But I touched him and he stuck to my finger. But there's ADHD again. Anyway, that was on my phone. But anyway, I asked him, I was like, so why are you going to stick a board under there? And he's like, well, it's not staying cool and it's not cooling. I said, Richard, that's a brand new refrigerator. I just bought it. I just went and got it at the Home Depot. Brand new out the box. And he goes, well, it's not staying cool. I said, then why don't you open the door and turn the thermostat up? He's like, it's got a thermostat? This is when you want to go all the way here. You don't want to go here, here, or here. You just all the way up here, rubbing your head. Like, yes, it's got a thermostat. I think it was on 2 when I put it up there, 2 or 3. I think it goes up to 9. He goes, oh, what an idiot. That's what I said under my breath. What an idiot. So he's going to cut 2 sticks to put underneath the refrigerator to lift it up this far off the floor so it helps it cool. And I don't know, I've had a lot of refrigerators in my life, and I've had a lot of dorm refrigerators because that's what my renters use. They just use the little dorm refrigerators, small, and they're not even that heavy. I'm still just shaking my head. He's going to put a stick under the refrigerator so it'll be cooler instead of turning up the thermostat. There's a dial right inside the door that you can turn up. All refrigerators have them. All the dorm refrigerators have them. All the regular refrigerators have them. So I'm thinking this dude's probably never lived on his own. He's moved out of his sister's house, probably moved out of his mother's house into his sister's house. And then his sister helped him get his Social Security going, disability. I'm still not sure what his disability is, but he is. I don't even think he's 65, so I don't think he's even old enough for the Social Security to flip over from the disability. So I don't know. Some people just don't have any common sense. I think it's more of a common sense thing. I mean, if your refrigerator wasn't warm, I mean, it wasn't cool enough, wouldn't you kind of look around for an adjustment, maybe? I mean, y'all go down in the comments and y'all tell me. Um, Maybe I'm wrong, but I think most people should know refrigerators have an adjustment on it. So I don't know. So that's all I got. But I got another video for y'all. I got a good story coming up about something good. So I'm going to let y'all go now. And I want to thank y'all for coming. Thank you for listening to my story. Y'all go down in the comments and tell me what you think about this video and if he should have been smarter than that or if I should have been more understanding about it. But you know, I've already got my stalker that I deal with. She still sends me letters, 3, 4 a week, sometimes 5 a week. But yeah, so adios from North Texas and goodbye from Cowtown. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.